Hey guys, my name is Emily Wynn and I am your child's 12th grade English teacher. Before I get going with the introductions of who I am and what class is like, I just wanted to say thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time watching this video. I hope that you walk away knowing me a little bit more, knowing what the class is about, and I hope I leave answering some of your questions. But if I did not, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to answer those questions for you. So a little bit about me. I grew up in Washington, D.C., but then we moved to Kennesaw when I was a little bit younger, so I kind of consider Kennesaw my home. I went to Kennesaw State University and I studied English education, which is a bachelor's of science, kind of like a double major, kind of not. After that, I taught at Osborne and then I taught at Harrison High School. And I am going on my second year here at Mount Parent and I absolutely love it. I teach 9th grade, I teach 12th grade obviously, and then I run the yearbook program along with helping coach the varsity volleyball team. So I'm kind of busy, but I love what I get to do. So why did I get into teaching? I always tell parents this because I think it's important and I want you guys to know where I'm coming from so you know how I'm going to be interacting with your kids. I always tell people that I teach teenagers English. I don't teach English to teenagers. I think even though it's the same words, it's really important because I care about your kids first. And I know that they're probably not losing sleep over excitement over the fact that we're gonna read the Canterbury Tales and some Shakespeare play. Maybe they will, that would be awesome, but I don't expect it. And so I really do care more about who your kids are, and I want to see them successful in the English class, but also in life. I believe that God's entrusted me with them, and so I want to care for them really well as their English teacher. I have 3 goals when it comes to what they're gonna learn and how English classes run, and it's that your children will think critically, that they will write well, and that they will read often. And if I can do those 3 things, then I think I'm a successful and an effective English teacher. And I'm confident that your children will walk away with their skills in critical thinking and writing and reading improved. So over the summer, I was studying Isaiah with a group of women, and we were looking at what does it mean to know God. And I try to set a goal for the year. I try to set an intention for my students. And this year, I just keep coming back to this idea of knowing God more. And not just knowing about him, but I want your kids to know him so well to the point where they are saying, okay, this is who God is to me right now. And this is not a Bible class, but I do believe in a Christian school, I'm able to teach with a Christian worldview, and I'm going to. And so I found a verse in Jeremiah. I know it's not Isaiah, like I've been studying, but in Jeremiah 24:7, it says, I will give them a heart to know that I am the Lord, and they shall be my people, and I will be their God, for they shall return to me with their whole heart. And that's my prayer this year for your children and for myself and for you even, that we are able to know him with our whole hearts. And we will never fully know him, but I want you guys to know that that's what I really care about for all of us, especially this year. So on to class. The way I run class, I try to have a lot of fun with them. We always start with an attendance question because I want your kids speaking to me and speaking to the entire class every single day. I don't want them to walk in and out of class not saying anything or not being acknowledged. So sometimes it's a goofy one, sometimes it's about English, it just kind of depends on the day. After that, we usually do a little bit of writing followed by a little bit of instruction. I don't like to lecture, I like to work with them individually. And then we end with writing or creating something. I try to keep, when you come to my class, you start working. And because I don't like giving homework, sometimes it's gonna happen, so I can't promise you no homework, but I try to be mindful of lives outside of school. So when they get to class, they work. And they're pretty successful. You're usually pretty successful in my class if you do the work. So you can look for all of those fine pointed details, all the little details about categories and the policies and procedures on my syllabus, which I'm going to link below because I don't want to take up all your time talking through something you could read a little bit faster than me speaking. So this semester, we're gonna be doing a college essay and poetry unit. I wanna teach a little poetry and how to read things well, but we're gonna be working on those college essays because your kids are going to school next year. Congratulations by that, by the way. And then we are going to be going into a murder mystery unit. We're going to be looking at one of my favorite plays. It's called Trifles. There's a short story that goes along with it. And then we are going to jump right into some short stories. We're going to be looking at the importance of being earnest. We're going to be reading Hamlet. And then in the spring, we're going to get into some of the older texts like Beowulf and the Canterbury Tales. And then we'll go on to Heart of Darkness. And so I have all of the texts that you need to purchase. That was on the book list. I'm going to link it below. But right now, all your kids need to do is be thinking about some college essays. I try to keep everything extremely up to date, and I like to communicate with you guys on a weekly basis. You guys should have received my little newsletter. It's called Wynn's Weekly Blast, where I give you guys the important due dates and some important information. And sometimes I like to tell funny stories about what happened in class. And so be looking for those every Friday. I sent it out a little bit late this week, but it was the first week and it was kind of crazy. Other than that, it's going to be a great year. Check Google Classroom. If you aren't added already, have your students add you. Look for those emails and feel free to email me whenever. I really am excited about this year and I cannot wait to see what all's in store.